Okay. I like that. I didn't know I could do that. Hold on, let me get my seatbelt on.
Turn left onto River Breeze Drive.
Okay, dang. I hope y'all can't hear my location. Anyway, the topic is this is something I was thinking about while I was driving. Can men and women be friends? Now I've made a video about this before, but
proceed to the route.
God has begun to share some more wisdom with me.
Proceed.
I got let me before I start me this neighborhood. I don't know. I don't know.
Proceed to the route.
But I don't know. Clearly I don't know where I'm going, so we finna let me got this.
Turn right onto River Breeze Drive.
Girl. I heard you. Calm. Okay, here I am. Alright, so
in a quarter mile, turn left onto State Route 92.
I gotta turn the volume. Alright, I know. Just pop up. I'm looking. Anyway, the thing was, can men and women be friends? Now I've talked about this topic.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
I should have just waited till I got home and did this video, but we're gonna keep going. Oh, am I going the right way? Dang, I made the wrong.
Proceed to the route.
Okay, so let's just keep going.
Proceed to the route.
Okay, girl. Okay, I don't want to make this video longer than what it has to be.
Proceed to the route.
Lady, I am proceeding to the route.
At the stop sign, turn left onto River Breeze Drive.
So long story short.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
So, can men and women be friends? This is the topic, y'all. Before I got lost, this was the topic. Can men and women be friends? Now I talked about this
at the stop sign. Turn left onto State Route 92.
One of the reasons that I'm coming and talking about it again because God has given me new wisdom. So let's talk about it. Boundaries. That's a huge thing. Thank you for your services, whatever that means. But the biggest thing is boundaries. A lot of times when you see men and women be friends, we see this thing where lines are being blurred, and most of the time it's for selfish reasons on both parts. I feel like with women, we want to fulfill this fantasy of maybe this friendship to love thing or whatever, or with men, maybe you're sexually attracted to that person, right? And so, or maybe it's both on both ends. It's not necessarily just women, but I'm just saying, like,
in about 1 mile at the roundabout, take the first exit onto State Route 166 West.
Your lustful desires, right? And a lot of times it breeds for confusion. Now biblically, is this a thing? Were men and women able to be friends biblically? Yes. Mary Magdalene and Jesus were friends. Jesus was friends with Mary Magdalene, right? He delivered her, he healed her, right? And he never touched her or did anything inappropriate with Mary. So it's doable, but I'm pretty sure Jesus had boundaries with her. And I'm pretty sure that Mary had some sort of feelings for her, right? I mean, for some sort of feelings for Jesus, because look, here comes this guy who starts healing you and stuff like that. And so, you know, maybe something romantic did pop up. You know, we don't know that. And maybe Jesus had a good conversation with her where he set boundaries with her so that they don't fall into temptation, and so that she would basically respect, you know, the boundaries that they had in place. So we do know biblically that it is doable, because Mary Magdalene was Jesus' friend. In fact, so much so that they were up in a partnership and they were able to help each other with ministry. So Mary Magdalene, she financed.
At the roundabout, take the first exit onto State Route 166
Mary
West.
Magdalene had money, right? She had a business, and she funded Jesus's. She was one of the ones that funded his ministry. So a lot of times, what happens is, instead of honoring what the relationship was supposed to be, right?
In 2.7 miles, turn right onto Chapel Hill Road.
Now, a lot of times, I don't mind being friends with guys, but what I found is that a lot of guys,
in 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto Cascade Palmetto Highway.
They want a little something more than friendship, which my boundaries, I'm not willing to give that, because I know that, first of all, I'm worth more than that. And I love that person enough to tell them no if I know they're not ready to give that to me. And
at the next light, turn right.
I'm not going to do that to you either. Because as a woman, we have power too, right? It could be a power struggle, right? And that's not what love is, right? That's not the dynamics of love. Shouldn't be a power struggle.
At the light, turn right onto Cascade Palmetto Highway. Then take a sharp right turn onto Church Road.
They're not gonna allow you to violate one. Oh shoot, hold on. I did not know that was right there. Okay. Oops. I did not know that was a sharp turn though. She told me it was a sharp turn, but okay.
In about 1 mile, turn left onto Rattery Road.
But check this out. One, I don't want you to think I'm manipulating you. Right? Because sex can be used as a manipulation tactic. If something's going to happen, it doesn't need to be anything demonically involved. I'm not saying that it will be perfect, but I'm saying that love can be pure. Love can be holy. I didn't say perfect, but it can be pure and holy. In fact, no love is perfect, including our love to God. God's love to us is perfect, but our love to God is not perfect. My love to God is not perfect.
Turn left onto Rattery Road.
Perfect beings. The only person, like I said, I'll say it again, the only being that ever loved God perfectly was Jesus, period. Argue with your mama. And I love the Lord. But my love,
in half a mile,
my love isn't
in
perfect.
1 mile, turn left onto Butner Road.
And me and God's relationship is not perfect. Otherwise, why am I here? But blurring the lines creates a lot of chaos. And when somebody cares about you enough, they don't want to bring chaos into your life. They want to bring understanding, peace. Not for fake, for real, for real.
At the next light, turn left.
And I know we have this dynamic in the world. Oh, have fun. And I'm not gonna lie. It's tempting to fall into that, especially with me. I'm a woman. I'm human. I have desires. I have wants. You know, there's nights I'm just like, you know what?
At the light, turn left onto Butner Road. Then take the first right onto Springbox Drive.
That if I wanted somebody in this bed, I could have somebody in this bed. But at what cost? And is this building towards the future that I see for myself? And the answer is no. Because my goal is marriage. I'm not saying that certain things can't end a marriage, but I'm saying that
turn right onto Springbox Drive. Then at the roundabout, take the first exit.
What I'm saying is, there can be male and female partnership without all the chaos.
At the roundabout, take the first exit, then take the first right onto Campbellton Fairburn Road.
I don't know what that is. This road right here. Where am I at?
At the stop sign, turn right onto Campbellton Fairburn Road.
Okay.
In 2.7 miles, keep left.
But there could be female and male partnership without
Stay in the right lane.
Without confusion. Without the toxic the toxic dynamic that we see today. There can be female and male partnership without the toxicity. But a lot of times, it's a person putting their selfish needs before the other that you begin to blur the lines. That doesn't need to happen. You can still have male and female friendships and still be healed in those friendships. You can still be healed in those friendships that are not necessarily, you're not having sex with each other. Sex is a form of healing, yes, but you don't do that with just everybody. That's sacred. Me personally, I don't desire to be healed by just some random friend. No. That's a job for my spouse. That's somebody, when that time comes, that's going to be with my spouse. You can very well much receive healing in platonic relationships. So yes, that these friendships can happen, but it's going to take self-control and boundaries. And because I know that it's a male-female dynamic, what has to happen? I probably can't have you at the crib past a certain time at night. You're gonna have to go home. Or you sleeping on a couch in a whole nother room and my door is locked. And no. There'll be no. Help yourself to whatever's in the fridge, whatever. No.
In 1 mile, keep left.
Listen. I always said that that when love comes, it needs to be pure. Even if it's supposed to be a friendship that grows into something more, I don't want the lines blurred before then. Because I don't want a friendship to be manipulated into love. Because of course, when you're having sex, of course, you're going to start creating emotions. God knew what he was doing when he created sex. He created sex so two people can become one. So now you got all these feelings. You got all this oneness. And no organization. Well, I'm going to give you an example of this. It's like having a closet full of clothes. And the closet is messy. No.
Keep left. Then at the roundabout, take the second exit onto State Route 166 West.
It's like having a street with no lines. People just driving, no boundaries, no lines. Everybody trying to figure out.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
No. That's one. That's number 2. It's like having a bunch of just a road with no boundaries.
In 2.7 miles, turn right onto Chapel Hill Road.
And you're expecting things not to crash. No, somebody eventually is gonna crash. That's why a black person invented the street light. Yes, the street light was invented by a black man. Because oneness requires boundaries. That's why sex was created for marriage. But we've desensitized ourselves, myself included. I'm still healing in this area. Look, if I'm being completely honest with y'all, I'm still healing in this area. Even though I'm not quote unquote sexually active right now, I'm still healing in that area. I'm still healing in my thought process in that area. Because my hormones as a woman, right? It's been some years. So I'm just like, you find somebody, you catch feelings, this and that. You're like, well, I kind of want to, can I keep it 100? I don't care if it's a safe space or not. I'm gonna be myself regardless. But what I'm saying is, boundaries help to protect. And I'm not saying creating boundaries out of fear, right? But creating boundaries in wisdom. And I'm still healing in that area too, making sure I'm not over-creating boundaries because I'm fearful of what's going to happen or, whatever. That's another reason why communication is so important. Because communication creates understanding. Whenever somebody doesn't communicate, it's either one, they're not good at it, or two, they desire to keep you in confusion because it's convenient for them. And somebody who truly...
In 1 mile, turn right onto Chapel Hill Road.
Because confusion keeps you in this cycle while they try to figure out what they're finna do. No, that's demonic, that's evil, that's wicked, that's selfish. Love has to have boundaries to grow. Love has to have commitment to grow. So if something is to grow into more, commitment has to be involved. Ain't no we just vibing. No, what? No, there has to be intentionality. There has to be direction. Just vibing is for people that don't know.
Turn right onto Chapel Hill Road.
As a friendship, yeah, you can just vibe in a friendship. In a partnership, that's fine. Because there are boundaries in place that protects the both of you, right? Where you can cultivate a friendship.
In about 1.5 miles, take a sharp right turn onto West Chapel Hill Road.
Where you can cultivate the friendship, but there is no romantic relationship expectation. Because what happens is you start blurring the lines, and then the relationship expectations begin to change. Let me give you an example. For instance, if you say, okay, we're just friends, and then you have sex together, that means something. Or it should.
In 1 mile, take a sharp right turn onto West Chapel Hill Road.
That means something. And now the expectation is, okay, we had sex, so now there's feelings involved. And for me, sex is not just sex. And for some people are able to do that, but guess what? Those same people that are able to do that, they have multiple people that they probably talking to. And there's something wrong with that. You can, if God has given you the grace to date, then do that. What I'm saying is, if you're trying to be intentional with growing with a person, or be intentional with the friendship, you can't be lines that are appropriate for the relationship. Because I don't want to be in a friendship, boom, we have sex, and now I have relational expectations upon you.
Take a sharp right turn onto West Chapel Hill Road.
And the person who loses in that game is the person who has feelings. Oh shoot, I missed my turn.
In about 3 miles, turn right onto Big A Road.
Okay. Dang, it is dark down this road. I don't see nothing. Okay.
Proceed to the... In about 1.5 miles, turn left onto Chapel Hill Road.
Okay. Well, this is what we're gonna do. Because that car is driving really fast. So, I'm gonna just keep straight where it's telling me.
Proceed to the route. In about 3 miles, turn right onto Big A Road.
Oh, dang it. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at right now. And it's really dark. And I'm trying to see where the heck do I turn. I'll make sure I don't end up in no ditch over here. Is this where I turn? You know what? Forget it. Let me just keep going where I was going, because I'm just gonna let the GPS reroute itself. So long story short, what happens is you begin to have romantic relationship expectations on a friendship. Boundaries are so important. I talked about this in the last one, but I'm kind of elaborating on what I talked about previously. You gotta have boundaries. Ain't no vibe. Vibing is for people who lack direction, who lack intention. No, anybody. God is very intentional. He don't just do stuff just to do stuff. And we should be the same way. If you look at any business owner, yes, some of them learned stuff along the way, but even if they were learning along the way, it was still some type of intention. They still had a direction in mind. Even if you freestyle, you still had some type of direction in mind, some type of goal in mind. So even freestyling is sometimes intentional. For instance, I get on a beat and I just start freestyling. The intention is to make a song. The intention is to finish a song. I may not know what the song gonna be about because I'm freestyling, but I know that I want to finish a song and I know that I want to do a song. Listen, that you can be friends with somebody and no sex be involved, and you can heal in friendships without sex. You don't need to have sex with a person in order to heal. But what happens is that healing happens, that friendship builds, and sometimes those emotions can build. And yeah, sometimes you can't control it, and you have to deal with that when that comes, right? You have to not be afraid to have those conversations. You have to be able to have those conversations. Right? I digress, y'all. All I'm saying is have relationships with wisdom. You can completely be friends with somebody.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Big A Road.
With the opposite sex, and it don't have to be all the chaos and confusion and all the other stuff. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. And I love myself enough to know if a person, I can always tell when a person does not have peace of their own. Because when a person comes around me, I can feel the lack of it. Because I've been around a being that is peaceful. So I can tell when a person really likes peace versus somebody who wants peace but don't have it. No, never.
Turn right onto Biggie Road.
What is my friend talking about? Why is everybody hitting me up right now? It's not a podcast. Oh, I missed my turn again.
In half a mile, turn right.
I'm ready. I'm finna go home. I'm tired of wasting gas. I'm just driving, y'all, trying to get home, and yeah. It is dark where I'm at, so yeah. But that's all.
Turn right, then make a U-turn.
I'm finna get on off here because sometimes I get to talking. I get distracted, y'all. So I'm finna get off here. Off this long out road. Okay, what is this? This is.
At the stop sign, make a U-turn. Then take the first left onto State Route 166.